Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Red Velvet Talks. How is everybody doing today? How has your week been? The last couple days, I know it's been crazy, but yes, how are you all doing today? Anyway, we're going to open up today with my close girlfriend, Tavia,
Hey,
my twin.
twin.
And then there's another twin,
Mm-hmm.
but we're twin only because we're both Geminis.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yet so different.
So different.
So different.
Yeah. And it's funny, I always say that, with the other twin, my sister that we're talking about, she's a Gemini as well, as we already mentioned, but she's a June Gemini, just as Erica is, and I'm a May Gemini. So I feel like there is something to be said about those June Geminis, but we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Yeah, so I can say this part. Um, if you look up the word reason, speaking reason, that would be you. I think me and your sister pretty much may go off the ledge somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So let me to add into that. My mother had posted something on Facebook not too long ago, and she said if she wants some sound advice, she would call her oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
If she wanted a partner in crime, she would call her youngest daughter, and that is so true. That is so true. But yeah.
Yes, and it's interesting too because my manager, his mom is a June Gemini. So she is like me and your sister. So we can actually give each other a look. We know what the look means. You and I can actually give each other a look. We know what the look means. And it's like, okay. Yeah. But anyway, we ain't gonna say talk about Geminis. But I just wanted you all to know this is my Gemini sister, one of my close and dearest friends. And we have been through
thick and thin.
Literally. Literally. And the love I have for this girl right here, you all just don't know. I don't even know if I've even expressed it to you, the love. But I absolutely love my twin.
Love you back.
Yes. And we will forever, go ahead and we will forever. But today, let's talk a little bit about how are you and your family holding up with everything that's going on?
I mean, it's been difficult for several reasons. Okay. And I guess I can share one of those reasons. I was told a couple of weeks ago that the department that I work for over 20 years, is closing. We've run out of funding, December 12th. And needless to say, that was a really, really tough time for me for several reasons. The obvious is because now part of my financial stability is gone. And the other thing is people that I've been working with for over 20 years, some of those people are not going to land on their feet. And then the other thing is just even if they did land on their feet, I won't be working with them.
Gotcha.
And I've had a very good working relationship with most of the people that I work with. And so it's difficult for several reasons. The good thing is that I've had some people, old colleagues of mine and different people in high places looking out for me, and they helped me land on my feet. So I'm grateful for that. But as another one of our girlfriends said to me, Kelly, she said, you have survivor's remorse. And I said, that's exactly, I didn't put it into terms about what I was feeling.
Yes.
But when she said that, I was able to put it into terms. That's what I have. I have survivor's remorse because although I feel grateful that I'm landing on my feet, I will have no gap in my employment, no gap in my pay, nothing. As a matter of fact, my pay will transfer over, so nothing is changing as far as that's concerned. But the other people that I've worked with,
that's good. Okay,
that is not the case. So I feel emotional about that. I'm concerned about these people and I know and I'm believing that they'll land on their feet, but at the same time, currently, it's not the case. So it's been really rough. Other than that, we have people in my family who've been furloughed, and it's just been rough. But we're all survivors.
Yes.
And I am believing and keeping the faith that things will be just fine.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, while you're in it, it's not comfortable.
Right. And
So,
even in our circle, we pray for those that are in our circle.
Absolutely.
And I think about them often, because, we are socialites in a sense within our circle. But we have learned to navigate and help each other and work so we won't take away, because that's another thing that I feel like we should not take away is still our social circle, because that may mean a lot for us. Just still being there for each other, supporting each other. Like, let's go have a happy hour just because. I think those type of relationships are very much important, because at this time you may feel like you're about to lose your mind in a sense,
I mean, like even with me talking to you the other day, and it was just a situation where, okay, let me just back up a little bit.
Okay.
One of the things that you've experienced with me over the years is that when I am personally going through something, I retreat to the point where I won't pick up my phone, I won't call anybody, and that's something that I've been working on within myself, because I know that's not a good thing to always do, especially when you do have the support system that we do. I mean, I cannot express my gratitude with the circle that I have. You know what I mean? And the meaning to have each and every one of you in the place that you all play within myself and the center of us at large. So I am so grateful for that. But sometimes I don't know how to use that in a positive way, in terms of I don't always reach out to those who support me. You know what I mean? And I retreat. I'm a very private person, and not because I don't. It's just that, I mean, even if you see how I conduct myself on social media, I don't post much. I don't say, that's just a me thing. I like just keeping things that are important to me, good and bad, close to my vest. You know what I mean? I don't like having too many people in my business. Like even with my husband, is like we established soon as like when we first got on Facebook in 2009, I think it was like we're not putting all our personal business out there, good or bad. You know what I mean? Every time we post anything about each other is when special things happen or vacations or something like that. But I'm not going to sit there and talk about him on Facebook or any argument that we may get into or whatever. Right. That's our business.
Or you will talk about the day he forgot to take out the trash.
Right.
Stab him in the forehead.
That's just who I am, and I've always been that way. But at the same time, going back to what I was stating is that I sometimes get too private.
Right.
And I don't think that's fair to those who mean something to me or those who care about me, because sometimes, people who are concerned want to know, are you good? You know what I mean? Right. So I have to find that healthy way of sharing enough and not necessarily having to share everything. I'm working on
it. And I don't think that I get it with you, but there's other people who actually do. They quote unquote shelter in place when they're going through a struggle. And it's good to have a person, if it's not just have a person to just, okay, I just need to just let it out. I just need to just talk. I'm not here to ask for anything. I just need to just get it out. Because if you don't get it out, it's just going to fester and it just makes things worse.
Right.
So it's good to just get out. And like you did, you called me. Hey, I just need to talk to you. I'm not looking for nothing. I don't want anything. I just need to get this off my chest. Right. I need to talk about it, and I understood why you wanted to talk to me in the way that you did, because of our circle, and I get it, and I respect it, but you need to work on that.
I do. And it's something I've been trying or trying to be better at, but I'll just start feeling like I'm going through something and I'll just shut down. And I even told you years ago, like, if you don't hear from me, it's like, just come looking for me. Send out a
SOS. SOS. Yeah, because I think even even in our chat, I think, where is she? Anybody heard from her? Where is she?
I don't know. And even Kelly called me 2 days ago, check-in, and I was just like, I was so appreciative because that means I felt missed. Not that I was doing it to be missed, but at that particular time when she called me, I needed that call at that particular time. So I was so grateful for that. You know what I mean? But it's something that I'm constantly working on. Like, you know, if I feel like I'm too MIA, I reel myself back in.
And let's go back to the Gemini part for a second, because for you to be that way, but you know every freaking line dance there is, the very first one on the dance floor.
But that's been me for years.
I know, I know. But you've always just been out there when it just comes to just pure joy and happiness. So for you to be that way, it's odd, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, well, you know this, part of how we even became friends is because I had gone through something in my previous marriage, and what I found was I lost myself. And that's a story that most women go through in marriage. They lose themselves, and whether they stick it out with that particular marriage or they get divorced, that's the one thing that they find themselves, who am I? That's the question that they ask. So once I divorced, I realized that I had no friends, I had no social life, I had nothing because I had lost myself. And so I had to do something to rectify that.
Right.
Long story short, I ended up finding you guys, and it was one of the best things. And you know, and over the years, we've developed this bond that is so important to me. But that is from understanding that it's necessary. Friendship is necessary.
It is.
Sisterhood is necessary.
It is.
And even now, my husband knows that you all are part of me. And I do my best to make sure that I you know, have a healthy balance between, you know, things with him and friendships with you all or whatever.
But we could be all over the place.
You know, sometimes I be like, I have to bow out, I have to bow out, you know, because we could be doing something every week.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes, we can.
And I have to be mindful of that, you know what I mean? And he knows that, and we've had conversations about that. You know, I even told him, if you ever feel like I'm doing too much, just let me know, because I don't want to ever take that for granted. But yeah, but going back to that, I felt like I needed that, and you all were great in addition into my life at that point in time. Oh, yep. But going back to what you said, also, I feel that as far as that joy that you mentioned, I'm the type of person where, you know, whether it's a Gemini thing or not, I don't know, but I feed off of energy. You know, you've heard this one, like, you know, I match energy. How are we gonna act today? You know, you see those T-shirts and that saying all over social media, but that is a thing.
It is.
I am a big matcher of energy. Now, if there's a negative energy, I'm not going to give you that negative energy. What I'm going to do is just pull away. You understand what I'm saying?
Away in the opposite direction.
Now you, my sister, may be like, so what we going to do today? What we going to do today? You know what I mean?
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
My sister, she'll own it. You may not own it, but she'll own it. But the thing is, that's how, you know, and I don't knock it if that's how you choose to react to something like that. But me, I'm a big protector of my peace. I'm just gonna back up, and we just not gonna do that. So that's how I match that type of energy.
Well, see, I think that I have, with my ordeal from Noelle, I think, and as I was telling my cousin on another podcast, burning some bridges and cutting off those ties, I have learned my peace.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. So I've transformed quite a bit within the last, not even within a year.
Oh, I see it.
I have transformed a lot. So yes, I'm not that one here, like, you know, what's up? Yeah, I'm probably more of, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically you were transitioning from what I was speaking of. I was being facetious about
Yes,
it, but
yes.
to where I am,
Mhm.
and I get that because at the end of the day, who is going to protect your peace more than you?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you do have to do that. And I'm a big protector of my peace. I even tell people that live with me, if I feel like there's a problem with my peace and
Mhm.
you in it,
Mhm.
we're gonna deal with
It's gonna be a
this.
problem.
We're gonna deal with it because it's big because there's so much going on in this world.
Yes.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday, forevermore, there will always be something going
Going
on.
on. Mhm.
And we want to be able to be peaceful and within ourselves in the midst of all the crap that's going on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's where I am. That's how I conduct myself. If I try to be that friend,
Mhm.
I try to be, and if I realize that for whatever reason I can't be that friend, then I evaluate it. Why can't I be? And if I can't be that friend, then I'm pulling myself away
Mhm.
because my peace is not being protected.
Mhm. Mhm. And you are that friend. On a ha note, I'm not gonna get into specifics, guys, but our little friendship, we can get a little rambunctious sometimes. um, and we had to save a friend. I love you, baby. I love you. But when I say that
Oh my God.
the last two Mohicans, the two of us were saving this person. Am I right? Yeah.
I love you. But it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We won't release those tapes.
No.
But anyway. But yeah. But hey, we were there for each other.
Right.
Regardless.
Regardless. No judgment.
Good, bad, exactly. No judgment.
Because
Right.
at the end of the day, we all are flawed.
Yes.
And we should be able to count on each other when those flaws come up because we all gonna have them.
Mm-hmm.
And that person was like, so embarrassed. Like whatever.
We laughed.
Because at the end of the day,
it was
me at one point.
The chalk line. That's all we'll say. The chalk line.
It was me. So, it happens, but we learn to laugh,
yes,
to love, and move on.
But those that if we even talk about the things back in it, oh God, yeah,
those in the vault.
Yeah, those in the vault.
The vault.
They would stay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only story I can give you about myself is that they found my shoe in the parking lot. That's the only thing I can say. But we have evolved. Yes, we have evolved. We are on the other side. Mm-hmm. Right? We're at the point now in which we're loving on each other. Yes. We're loving our relationship. We're loving our time together. Yes. Our vacations, mm-hmm. being supportive. Mm-hmm. Right now we're going through a very supportive situation on two young ladies in our circle. Two of our sisters, I should say, mm-hmm. in our circle. And they're both in need of prayer, mm-hmm. Family-wise and as far as, career job-wise. Mm-hmm. So, from me to you guys, I love you both. We are here wherever Absolutely. The two of you all need. Yes. We're here. Mm-hmm. We are here. Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely.
So, but let's go back. Okay. Let's go back. I like our karaoke car rides.
We haven't done that in a moment. Why is that?
We need to. We should have did it not too long ago. We had a brunch not too long ago. Mm-hmm. We could have did it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why we didn't do it.
I don't know. But
and then
it's just funny because those used to happen so organically, and it's some of my most favorite memorable times with you, and I don't take them for granted at all. But they're just fun. We just get we'll just be going somewhere, coming from an event or whatever, and we'll ride together and she'll turn on, and we like the same kind of music, mm-hmm. that helps. And we'll turn on something and we just sing like we're the actual group or the artist that made the song. You can't tell us we don't sound good. And we just sing to the top of our lungs and just be vulnerable with it. And it's so fun. It's so fun.
Now, there's one other friend that I do have that I do that with. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to say his name, mm-hmm. Mr. Carl. Mm-hmm. So you all know Mr. Carl and I, we do car karaoke. Okay. So if he's like, Eric, I need this, or if I need something, whatever, he is one that I can depend on through anything. But yeah.
Okay.
Me and him get in the car, yeah.
They
Car
are the best.
karaoke, yes. And even uh, last year this time, kind of like around this time, there was an incident with my immediate family, with my daughter and my son-in-law and my grandchildren.
Yeah.
And that was very traumatic for
Yeah.
us. However, I was able to pick up the phone,
Call him.
and I called Mr. Carl. What time we leaving? Like, let's go. And at first, and the crazy thing is, at first I was gonna drive. But he says, no, get out. I'm driving.
Yeah, because you were so emotional.
I was emotional, but let me say to you, all I could do was hold on in that car, because he was going to get me to where we needed to be. But we had our car karaoke.
That's good.
We had our car karaoke.
It's necessary.
It is. It is necessary.
It's necessary.
And it feels good.
It does.
It feels good.
And see, another thing about me, anybody knows me knows I love to drive. And so sometimes I can get in the car by myself, and if I need to clear my mind, or I'll just get in the car and drive on 50, and sometimes go far across the bridge.
Sunroof open.
And I'll be blasting that music and singing, and like
peace. It's a reset button. It's a reset button. It is.
It is so therapeutic.
It is.
So car karaoke is necessary. It's necessary.
And I think there's been times I've actually had my own little personal, and she doesn't know this. I have to put you out there. Carrie calls every single time I'm listening to the song I want. Every single time. I'm like, dang on it.
A bad time in bed.
But it is. It is. You need it coming from work.
Right.
You know, you just, it's a reset button. It puts you in that mind frame. You can just relax. Okay, let's get through this. All right, next phase. What's next? What's next? Oh, by the way, I have a surprise for you.
What?
Yeah, I just have a little surprise for you.
Are those Carmelitas? Oh my goodness. Mom!
Yes.
These are my mom's favorites.
I know.
These are so, oh my goodness. Thank you. I'm going to eat these, manager. And I'm going to promise to save my mother at least one of them. No, I don't eat them now, right?
No, not just one. You going to save your mom just one?
Okay, I'll save her some.
Okay, these are oatmeal Carmelitas. Twin and her mom. Yeah, they just really enjoy them.
We do.
They really, really, really enjoy them. So, and mom has not had any in a while.
Yep.
However, we have to give a big shout out to mom.
Yes.
Because mom keeps us together. She keeps us together. Boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Tell me, yeah. Let me, yeah.
What?
When you have these conversations with mom about the crazy stuff we do.
Well, full disclosure, I don't tell her everything.
I know not everything.
But, and since we're talking about relationships, you know, today we're talking about relationships, whatever. But one of my relationship with my mother means everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And she and we talk about a lot.
Yes.
You know, and she's one of my besties. Honestly, if I was to be, because I still hang out with my mother, as you know, because she's hung out with us, and she doesn't judge anything that I tell her. I know. And I've been telling her some crazy stuff that we've done.
But I think I overheard her say that it was very entertaining. She looks forward to the stories.
Yeah, she does.
That you tell her
like,
when you get home.
So as soon as I come home, my mom lives with me, so I come home from an outing, and she's like, how was everything? She's waiting for me to tell her what shenanigans went on, because it's always
a shenanigan. Yes.
And then a shenanigan, and then again. Because it's always something with us. And so when I walk in the door, she's one of the first people I see waiting for me to come in and tell her what happened with us or what goes on. And I always got stories for her because it's always something.
It's always a story.
Yeah, but, good or bad, she has her input about whatever, and, and that's that. But she looks forward to our stories. But yeah, my mother is one of my besties, and my sister, and my other girlfriend Mo, who is not in this particular circle, and then all of you, and y'all are just really, really important women in my life. So
very supportive.
it's important to have your girlfriends. So
yeah.
Thank you.
I had something else I wanted to say with that, but I can't say. I can't
What?
say. No, I'm gonna leave that alone. I can't say. But it is very supportive to have your girlfriends.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna say.
Yes. You're right.
You're
very important. Okay. Because I got you.
You're here with me.
Yeah, I'm here with you.
Okay. She's here with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to have your girlfriends.
Yes, important.
Yes. You know which ones to keep. You know which ones to not say let go, but
no. Well, just what I was just saying a few minutes ago. When you need to protect your peace.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no harm, no foul. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big thing when you realize somebody is not going to be that person to help you protect that peace.
Right.
And you have to make the necessary adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's what you do. And it's like, and at the end of the day, that person may not understand why you're doing it, but you understand why you're doing it. And as long as it makes sense to you, and you can have the conversation, depending on that type of person or what type of relationship you have with that person, if a conversation is necessary. Sometimes no conversation is needed. Right. You know what I mean? But whether it is or isn't needed, you know what you need to do, and you protect your peace. Mm-hmm. And if a person, man, woman, girl, boy, child, whatever, is not going to help you protect that peace, beast,
it got to go.
Sorry.
I can say this for me and our sister circle. There's 3 times you all really got me. And then we have to discuss. I do have a funny that we do have to bring up, and I think it might be in the pictures in a slideshow somewhere. In fact, let's bring that up first.
What are you talking about?
Y'all know how much I love this chick right here. Okay, so your birthday.
Oh God.
We took you.
My rock.
Yes. So
thanks, manager.
It was Twin's birthday. So of course we're trying to figure out what to do for you for your birthday, and we're going through. So we can't tell you what it is. So, but you're asking questions. So we knew we were taking you to the spa because that was one of the things that were on your list. But then you asked me, because I guess I'm considered the crazy one in the group. The one that always up to something silly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, that she said it out loud.
Yep.
Anywho,
Indeed.
So I said to you, I think I said to you, a swimsuit, a change of clothes, some gum, and a rock.
And a rock.
A two-sided rock.
And I'm like, what is the two-sided rock?
A two-sided rock. So you went out actually looking for a two-sided rock.
I did. I was trying to be obedient. I didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, what? A two-sided. So I went and found a two-sided. It was flat, a nice little flat rock when I guess what I considered a two-sided rock, and some gum.
Yes. So our driver picked us up, and we went to the spa. What was the name of the spa we went to?
Oh, girl, don't have me lying. I can't remember.
Okay, that's Perry. We're having a Perry moment.
Yeah.
But anyway, we went
Balian Springs.
Balian Springs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Again, Mike. Anyway, don't judge us, Perry.
Right. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the driver keeps her in the car, and then when you get out the car, you're blindfolded because you're blindfolded on the way to the spa, but she's sitting in the car with her gum and her rock. And we have a picture of her sitting with her gum and her rock. So when he lets you out of the car, there are people standing around looking like,
what is going on? And I'm looking real good.
And she's standing there with a rock. And so we took a picture. But what was really funny though, there was one young lady who came up to greet us as we're going into the spa to let us know what to do, where to go, where to put our things. So she did not pick up immediately what was happening. But another young lady just so happened to walk up and she immediately knew what to do. And so she says, okay, well, this is our rock throwing ceremony. And she says, and for the rock throwing ceremony, we have to change clothes. And so you were blindfolded throughout the whole time until you went out into the main.
And the sad part, I don't know if it's sad or not, but the funny part is I still had no clue. I swear to you guys, I had not one clue where I was and what I was about to do. I'm a very sharp person. At least I consider myself a sharp person. I'm very intelligent.
Ugly face
Well,
cry. Yes.
You know that this is. I had been traumatized on my birthday. My mom had did or planned a birthday party for me. I think I was turning 13, maybe 12. I can't remember. I know either 12 or 13. And I invited all my classmates and neighborhood friends to my party, and no one showed up. Not one person showed up. So ever since then, I had been traumatized, and I buried that, and I just didn't celebrate my birthday. I think back when I turned 30, my husband and my friend did a surprise party for me, but my birthday really just didn't mean anything to me. And one of the things I could say about them, they refused to let me fall into that hole about just not celebrating, because we prioritize birthdays. Our circle, we prioritize birthdays. And so one thing that I can't do is just like, I don't want to do anything for my birthday. This one will do it up. A few others in our circle will do it up for their birthdays. I'm just not that one. I didn't care. It's no big deal or whatever, but they won't allow that to happen. And so when we did that spa thing, and that's part of the reason why I didn't expect it, because I just didn't think my birthday was that big of a deal. And so when they did, it meant so much to me. And that's why I got so emotional, because it was something that I just don't do. And they saw it important enough to do that for me. And so I was so grateful and so emotional at that point. But it was funny with me and my rock and my gun.
Yes, and the fact that the lady allowed you to sign your rock.
Yes,
and actually leave your rock there at the spa.
So if I go back there, I know where to look for my rock, and it better be there.
It better be there.
It better be there.
Yeah, and I think we got you another time too when we gave you the forever flowers, the forever roses.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the other time.
And it's still on my table.
Yeah, that was the other time she did her ugly face cry. That was hilarious too. We got her. I think that was the first time we really got you.
That's the first time. Another thing, I've been wanting them for a minute, and they got me my forever roses in my favorite color. And so it was again, I forget how to celebrate myself, and you all found a way to help me do that. And so I was appreciative of that. Yeah.
That's all, man. Okay, we ain't gonna get emotional today.
No. I look. I'm trying not to.
Okay.
I'm trying not to. Because you know me, I cried about that.
But in our circle, for me, one is when I had my surgery. Well, first you all surprised me. I'm sure I know Lauren really had her hands in this, because everyone knows that my favorite restaurant is Fiorella's. Lauren, we have not been. But I love Fiorella's. So you all took me out to Fiorella's before I had my surgery. But the part that got me is that my recovery was I was out of work for a moment. But my girlfriends actually, each of one of them took a day. I did not know about this. They took a day to come over and take care of me for the day. My cousin Shayla took me for my surgery, and she spent the weekend with me. And then Monday morning,
each of us rotated.
Each one rotated. So I had a friend for each day of the week to come and take care of me, which was just mind blowing because I think Carrie was the one who told me that. And I'm like, wait a minute, you all are doing what?
I think was she day one or I can't remember.
I don't remember who was day one.
So there's five, there's six of us. So of course it was five of us to help take care of the sixth person. And so Monday through Friday, each of us was there. So we all chose a day to come and make sure that you had everything you needed and you were taken care of, whatever. But I feel like those are the moments where it shouldn't be. It's like it's unspoken. It's what we're supposed to do for each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? I always say that, another friend of ours needed something and she's like, I don't want to be a burden. And I'm just like,
how?
Well, no, here's my thing. Here's the real part of helping. Helping people is always a sacrifice. It can be an inconvenience and it's a sacrifice. And the reason that's the real part of that. And I want people to understand that because I wouldn't do it if I didn't want to do it.
Correct.
Or I felt like you didn't need for me to do it. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the reality is it's a sacrifice. Sometimes it's inconvenience. You know what I mean? And that's okay. Because I feel I care about you guys enough to that I could be inconvenienced for a moment in time to help you. Because I feel like if the tables were turned, you all would do it for me.
But one of the number one things that we did say when we all talked about this not too long ago, even with Kelly's situation, it wasn't anything that we felt the need to share to the world. Hey, this is what we're doing over here.
Right.
And we didn't even realize the fact that we never even shared with anybody anything that was going on.
Right.
Because even with me and my surgery, nobody knew, not unless I told you.
Right.
So nobody knew what was going on with me.
Right.
Of course, and you all were supportive when the incident with Tavia and the kids and my son-in-law, and then they were there with me. I mean, 10 toes down when it came to Noel, because we had planned our Galentine's, and we were supposed to cancel, but they said no, we're coming to you. So when I say they came here, I mean, and
right here,
had a
good old time.
Yes. But the part that really got me that day was, I actually, in my mind, and earlier that day, I actually thought, okay, well, they're going to just come over, they're going to hang out for just a little bit, and they're going home. When I say to you, they came at 1:00, you all didn't leave till 9:00 that evening. Like,
really? I don't even remember.
You all, and I loved every minute of it, because it took me out of where I was.
And that was the whole purpose.
Yeah, that dark place.
There was a whole purpose.
Yes.
To give you a moment in time where you can just feel the light and the love. You know what I mean? Because what you were going through at that particular time was a lot. You know what I mean? And, you just lost your dad. So it's like, it's hard to be able to understand, or, if you've never experienced that, but we just wanted to be there for you so that you could just release a little bit and just, you always going to feel and go through it, whatever, but just a moment in time where you can laugh and kiki, and that's what we did. And we had a good time playing on the floor, games and eating and snacks and stuff like that. And those are the moments that mean a lot to me.
Yes.
I always want to be able to get support, but it also means a lot to me to be able to give support. You know what I mean? And so when I'm able to give support in those moments, it means a lot to me. Someone needed me, and I was able, because I'm not always able to do it.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, sometimes people are going through simultaneously.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like that's what was going with me this week. Based on unfortunately, one of our circles, friends and sisters in our circle is going through right at the moment. And I just didn't know what to, I was like, oh.
How can I tell them? How can I say this?
Yeah, but what I did is I immediately started praying because that was necessary. That was needed. And that's all I had in me, you know what I mean? Based on the certainly not the same thing, but still a lot of that's going on.
Yeah, a lot of the same. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's what we need to do for each other, is just continuously support. And I want to believe that when one of us calls, the rest of us come running.
We always have.
Always have.
We always will.
Absolutely. Facts.
And we always will.
Without a doubt.
Right. It doesn't matter what's going on. Always have.
And you know what?
always
One
will.
of the things I also want to say, you know, just for the sake of the conversation, and this is for my other sister circle friends who are watching. Sometimes we may unintentionally hurt one another.
Thank you. Okay. Yes.
And I'm saying, because this is important to me, and I've said this to every person who's close to me. If I ever do something to hurt your feelings, please have the common courtesy and respect enough for our relationship to say to me, I hurt you, so that we can have a conversation about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think it's important. A lot of us don't remember that, because if I hurt you, please understand it's not intentional, because that's not me. If you know me enough, you know me that anything that I do is not intentional to hurt you. I may not get it. I may lose my brain for 50 minutes, for 50
Oh,
seconds.
Lord, not 50 minutes.
For 50-second lapse of time. But the point I'm trying to make is, please understand, to you, to all my other ladies, it's never intentional. And forgive me that if it ever happens, but let's have a conversation. And I care about you. I care about you guys enough to say that I would love to be able to have that conversation so we can get to the other side of it. That's
right,
all.
right. Because we don't want to ruin a relationship off of something
Dumb. Yeah,
and that's how we want to end that.
absolutely.
We can't talk about this on camera.
But no,
You're right. You're right.
That
Yes.
We care too much about each other
Yes,
for that to happen.
we do.
And I'm not. I do understand that we all are flawed individuals.
Yes.
None of us are perfect,
Yes.
and we're gonna make a misstep here and there. But we should be woman enough to be able to talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Again, thank you for joining Red Velvet Talks. Looking forward to seeing you all next week. I believe, I have to talk to my manager, but I believe my other sister will be here, which is Lauren, next week.
Hey, Lauren.
Again, Chef is coming back, and we're doing a holiday treat thing for you guys. That's coming up. And my old boss, who is a real estate agent and a retired RN, she's coming on, and we got a lot to talk about with her. Talking about advocacy and taking care of your elderly parents and, or caretaking.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that are coming up. I look forward to seeing you all next weekend. You all please have a safe and a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you for joining Red Velvet Talks. And please like and subscribe. Tell a friend, phone a friend, send a letter to a friend.
Send a pigeon out.
And order your cakes, because the calendar is getting full, so you can get your orders before the holidays. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.